Hey guys, it's Amy at Zoe Beck, and I'm going to do my weekly reading update for October 28th, 2018. So this was not a good week for me, and I'll explain a little bit more later, but reading-wise, I didn't really read a whole lot, and most of the stuff I read was rereads. So this is a little different. I don't usually go that, for so many days on a lot of rereads, but it just happened, and then something happened later in the week that was pretty upsetting, so I will get to that in a second. But I was reading The Seduction of La McBride by Jennifer Ashley on Sunday of last week, so I think I finished it out that night. Again, this is the 5th book in the McKenzie McBride historical romance series by her, and it's one of my favorites. It's definitely one I still need to catch a couple of books on. I'm missing, I think, 2 or 3, so that I need to read. But I do like this series. It's one of my favorites, and this one again is number 5 in the series. So it's new characters, but they're building on relationships from the other books, so you get to see the other characters, which I always love. I like books that build upon each other. The series, even though the romance is always somebody different, it builds on, you get to see the other people who've already gone through their stories. I just love. Anyway, so that was really fun. And again, this one has to do with a man who had issues, and he'd gone to India, and he came back with PTSD pretty bad. So as I said, and he buys he buys a castle or a big house up in Scotland from his cousin to help his cousin out, but also to get away from everybody. So it's just, anyway, and he gets married like in a very funny way. It's just funny. I really enjoyed that. I then picked up one of the novellas in the same series. I think this comes like I think it's 6.5, and I think there's like a book in between, but I really enjoyed this. This again is one of the, and this is on the McKenzie side, so this is one of the ones who's technically a bastard. So he's now connected to the family due to other books, and but this is about his love story. And it was really a cute one because, again, he is a police officer in London. So there's of course a crime and stuff, and it's of course the girl that he likes or is attracted to, and I really enjoyed this. This is one of my favorites of those short stories of that. So anyway, after I read that, I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. Like, I kind of looked around my books, and I'm like, I don't know, I don't want to read much. So I decided that maybe I should reread another book. Like, I wanted to read an urban fantasy for some reason. I don't know if it's because I plan to write one in November for NaNoWriMo, but I was like, well, let's read one. Well, I remembered that this series, I have all the books, which is the Hidden Legacies series by Alana Andrews. So this is the first book, Burn for Me. Oh, corny ass covers. I hate these covers. I'm sorry, Avon, you suck. These are horrible. But I remember reading this several years ago when it came out, and really enjoying it, and then I had to wait for it took forever for the follow-up books to come out, and I think they came out this year or last year, but it must have been last year, I don't know, but they've been sitting on my shelf, so I really want to get to them. But and they have a novella coming out pretty soon too on this series. So anyway, this is a story about Nevada. She has the ability to tell if somebody is lying to her. There's a world where magic is prominent, where there are families or houses that have magical powers, and they pretty much rule their areas and their people and stuff. And then there's a lot of people who don't have anything, but she has magic, but she's hidden it mostly because she's a human lie detector, and she would have been used, So anyway, but this other guy who's trying to destroy Houston pretty much, and so she's sent to try to bring him back into the fold of his house. So they've hired another house to go get him, and so she's hired by that house who owns her company due to some bad things that happened because she has a private investigation I'm not doing very good on this. You guys, it's just fun. Anyway, but it has to do with these magical powers, which is great. I like that. And they're like massive, destructive. And she runs into, she's technically kidnapped by Mad Rogan, who is notorious for being one of the most powerful magic users, and he is known not to be very friendly. So, and of course there's because it's, well, of course, because it's an Avon, but it calls it a paranormal romance, but this is definitely more urban fantasy because it's a first person perspective to me. Okay, that's my definition. So, and it's dealing with the same couple in all 3 books. So to me, it's an urban fantasy because it's the story builds. So I got to the end and I had totally forgotten how this ended, and I'm so excited to read the next book, but I did not pick it up. It actually took me quite a few days to read this, and it wouldn't normally even on a reread, but I didn't remember a whole lot, so I read this pretty closely. When I read the other book, I didn't read it very closely. I had fun. This one I really couldn't remember a whole lot, even though I know I've read it. And so anyway, I'm hoping to continue with this series, but just not right now. Probably in December. I'm hoping to pick up the next book, White Hot, but I just don't have enough time between now and start in November, because so the book I know I'm going to pick up next is, well, not next. I'm probably going to pick up something, I don't know. Either I'll pick up White Hot or I'll pick up something else that a reread or something, because on Tuesday I'm getting Nilling Easting's Archangel's Prophecy. That book should be in my mailbox when I get home from work, so I'm pretty sure I'm gonna read that, and that's like the 11th book in her Guild Hunter series, which is, again, one of my favorite series, because I like both of her series a lot. So I'm hoping I'll probably be reading that this week before starting Nonfiction November. I'll be putting my TBR up for Nonfiction November either late tonight or tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to that, because I liked last year how when I was writing I could retreat to nonfiction to read and not, have to worry about fiction. I don't know, I could have read too, but I just don't read as much when I write, and it was nice to have a nonfiction options while I was doing a lot of writing. So I think that's going to work out really well. Again, as I said, I'll have a TBR out there. So the only other thing is I kind of picked up yesterday a little bit was Lock and Key. This is the first volume, Welcome to Lovecraft. I only read about 32 pages. It's pretty big. It's like 150 or 60. And I'm not sure about this one yet. I'm going to keep it next to me and then maybe pick it up here and there when I feel like it. It might be what I pick up today just so I have something to read. I don't know yet. But I'm not sure, because it's very, I don't know. The story's kind of twisted right now already. So not against that. Maybe I just don't want to read this right now, and I'm going to explain that now. So if you guys don't want to hear this personal stuff, you can go, you can cut off now. I don't have a problem with that. So, this week was really hard for us because, I came into work on Thursday and found out one of my coworkers had committed suicide, and, I don't know how or what, there's no detail that way, and I don't want to know. That's not the thing. The thing is, it was a shock because we all agree there was no warning signs, and we don't know what happened, and we don't understand. But I just want to say that it was really, really hard on all of us, and it's still hard on me. Cat. But I just, reading was the first thing that went away. I did not read for 2 days. It's just, that's just was not in the program. I couldn't process. Anyway, so I'm still going through that. I just, the biggest thing I want to just say here is, if you are still listening, is that if you ever feel that you shouldn't be here and do want to do something to yourselves, please just talk to somebody. And feel so bad because this guy was so loved. We all loved him and really enjoyed his company. And I worked with him for so many years, and 4 years. And it's devastating to even think. I mean, again, I don't know the circumstances, and that's not the point. The point is that if you feel that that's the only way out, please talk to someone. Don't keep it in. And I don't know how else to say that. And it's not, I don't know. I'm still really on the edge about this. So I just want you guys all to know that I think about all the people who are around you. Maybe that you might be in the dark spot, or you know somebody who seemed kind of down. Make sure that they know that, you know, you want them around. And I don't know how else to say this. I'm not good at this, and this is, again, the first time this is hit so close. And I admit that I have not had tragedies like that close to people I actually know, or, you know, like that. So anyway, anyway, that's all I want to say. I just want to say that, you know, just be aware that a lot of people are affected, and even if you think it's so dark, there are so many people who want you around, and I just want you to know that. And so on that, I thank all of you who are subscribers here, who I've just recently, I hit 300. I keep going back and forth. I'm 299, 300, you know, but it's really nice to know that there are some people out there that watch my videos, and I appreciate that. And I just want you all to be safe, and I just wanted to say that. So not very well. So anyway, I hope you guys have a good week. It's still going to be hard for me, but that's why I'm figuring I don't know what I'm going to read next. It just matters how I'm feeling. So anyway, so I hope I don't know what else to say or how to wrap this up. So anyway, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.